Good morning, Digit fam. Adam Dowd here. A bit stressed out because I really overslept. So if you're listening to this later than usual, you can blame my alarm that didn't go off, or me who accidentally turned it off instead of snoozing. Either way, sorry. But for now, it is July 9th, 2019, and this is your Digit Daily. Some of you may remember Wannacry, a global ransomware cyber attack that severely messed with systems up and down the food chain. Basically, the way it worked was Wannacry got onto your computer, then encrypted the contents of that computer, basically making your files inaccessible unless you paid a ransom in Bitcoin. To make things harder, this was a ransomware worm which was spread from computer to computer like wildfire. There are patches that Microsoft issued that will protect you from this worm, but come on, when was the last time you ran a Windows update? Windows updates are annoying and stupid, right? Well, you know what else is annoying and stupid? Having to figure out how to open a Bitcoin account to pay a ransom to get your computer files back, so run the damn updates already. Anyway, given humanity's distaste for Windows updates, Wannacry spread like wildfire back in 2017 until it was stopped by just two men. And they are the subjects of our Digit Daily today because Techcrunch wrote up their stories in a feature almost 2 years after the cyber attacks occurred. This story has been told before, first by The Guardian back when it first broke, and since in a Wikipedia article, but come on, Wikipedia. But Techcrunch adds a certain amount of drama and flair that Tristan on the newsletter team and I really appreciated. The story involves two cybersecurity researchers, Marcus Hutchins and Jamie Hankins, at the time only known by their Twitter names MalwareTech and 2sec4u. But Hutchins and Hankins, which is not a law firm by the way, but probably should be, discovered and registered a domain name lurking in the code of the Wannacry attack. As it turns out, this prevented further attacks by the worm. Once this domain became active, and as long as it stayed active, it became something of a sinkhole for the Wannacry virus. This is kind of like once the bus goes over 55 miles per hour type thing. If the domain went down, the virus would be free to start gobbling up other files again. Naturally, once the bad guys found out about this domain name, they started attacking it with a coordinated attack, trying to bring the domain down. Hutchins and Hankins worked furiously for about 92 hours over the span of 5 days to keep the domain up and the world safe from Wannacry. And it worked, too. Since then, the domain has been handed off to Cloudflare, which is a web services company, and has the resources to fend off further attacks on this domain name. Techcrunch editor Zach Whitaker noted that in the 4 weeks it took to write the piece, the domain prevented another 60 million Wannacry attacks. So seriously, update your PCs, people. Yes, it will probably require a restart, which might take a few minutes of your time, but you can pass that time by listening to our Roundup! And in keeping with the computer hijacking and exploit theme, a serious flaw in the popular webcam meeting app Zoom can allow websites to hijack your Mac's camera. But I thought Macs were immune from viruses. Well, you're wrong, so go update the Zoom app now, if not sooner. A privacy study exposed over 1,000 Android apps that will harvest user data despite not having the proper Android permissions, and man, the newsletter is dark today. Anyway, the study was given to Google last fall, and Google's official response is, "Yo, it's all good, people. Android Q is gonna fix that." Which will be wonderful for the 10% of people who actually get Android Q sometime in their device's lifetime. The other 90% of the approximately 2 billion with a B Android devices on the planet are pretty much screwed. And Android fanboys, if you wanted to know why Apple goes out of its way to show how pathetic Android version adoption is, that's why. Let's take a lighter turn and congratulate Gary Sims from the YouTube channel Gary Explains, who reached 100,000 subscribers yesterday. Gary is one of the smartest guys on the Android Authority team and also one of the nicest, and he'll make you feel smart by helping break down complex issues in technology so that anyone can understand them. Congratulations, Gary. Here's to another 100,000. This podcast not sponsored by Gary Explains. And in one of the best uses of AI and machine learning I've ever read about, Instagram is going to question jerk-offs before they post their jerk-off comments. If the AI of Instagram detects a disparaging or bullying comment, it will ask the user, are you sure you want to post this? Before it actually posts it, which is really kind of cool. And I wish that YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and Disqus and pretty much everywhere else on the planet would employ this same technology. Except podcast reviews, because my podcast reviews are always awesome. And speaking of reviewing a podcast, please review in iTunes. Love you. No, seriously, go leave a review. Remember that Windows 1.0 thing that Microsoft was touting last week, and I said it was most assuredly a Stranger Things tie-in and nothing more? Well, it turns out I was wrong. Windows was actually promoting a desktop app called Windows 1.11, which is, quote, a special edition Windows 1.0 inspired PC app that has been taken over by the Upside Down from Stranger Things. Oh, wait a minute. It was just a Stranger Things tie-in. Now, who could have doubted me when I said that? I'll give you a hint. His name rhymes with Friston. There's a new Chrome extension that lets you watch Netflix while making it look like you're actually on a conference call. Netflix plays in one window while 3 other windows show guys talking to their webcams. At a glance, this could work, but there are some issues here. First of all, it's 3 guys, you sexist jerks. Second of all, unless Thanos is working for your startup, I think you'll probably get noticed. And third, why are you in this meeting if you're not actually talking? Bosses, at least the micromanaging kind of bosses that would require you to use this app in the first place, tend to notice things like that. Trust me, just go to the break room. And finally, here's a gigantic dose of irony for you. Have you ever heard of Bumble? Bumble is a dating app designed to be a safe space for women. Bumble allows women to accept or reject men's profiles and only allows the women to make the first move, like initiating a private chat. Sounds great, right? It is, except when you consider this biting article from Forbes, and, I know, Forbes! Detailing this gross, debasing, and ironically misogynistic culture at the company's headquarters in London. It turns out that the founder, Andriy Andreev, wanted to make a safe space for women, even though he has absolutely no interest in creating a safe space for women. So that is going to do it for today's Digit Daily. If you'd like to learn more about any of these stories, check out the links in the show notes and subscribe to our daily newsletter on Digit.com. And if you like what you heard, subscribe, leave a review, and don't forget to tell your friends about DigitDailyPod.com. Once again, I'm Adam Dowd, Dead Technology on Twitter, and we'll talk again tomorrow.